You're tuned into Inside Lowell. Inside Lowell podcast brought to you in part by Washington Savings Bank, serving the greater Lowell community for over 130 years. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank. Reverie 73, Lowell's #1 cannabis shop. Elevate your cannabis experience at Reverie 73. Hafner's, heating and cooling homes and businesses for nearly a century. Hafner's, it kicks. And by Boston North Company, restaurant and retail solutions for your business. That's Boston North. And now, time for another Inside Lowell podcast. Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home, this is your place.
Hello, I'm Jim Campanini, and welcome to the Grapefully Yours Wine Podcast, coming to you from the wonderful studios in downtown Lowell of InsideLowell.com. I'm the co-host with the Wine Butler.
Good morning.
Mike Pigeon. How you doing
Very
this
well,
week?
very well.
Yeah? I must admit you were right on your prediction in the last show. You said that the Patriots would lose to Philadelphia. I said they'd upset them. They had, I think, 2 good chances to try to do that. But for once in your life, you were right about something.
Once in my life. And they got out of the game with no injury, so there's hope. But
well, you originally said, only said they'd win, 4 games or something?
4 games.
Were you encouraged in any way by their performance that they might win more than 4 games?
They do have a talent on defense. But, the other teams have maybe a little more talented receivers that they're going to be playing in the future. So big, interesting matchups. I'll stay with that. 4 games.
Okay. And you saw Tom Brady. He was there. He returned. And
he needed a haircut.
Yeah, okay. Now, after that game, if you were the coach, Bill Belichick, okay, when you had a couple of chances to win that game, it was frustrating. What would have you been drinking to relax after the game? A glass of wine, a glass of bourbon, scotch, or a beer? What do you think you would have had?
Nothing to go in a deep black hole about. I think he's encouraged. He has to clean. He's not on the field, but they have to clean up those simple, lazy mistakes that they never could cure last year. Doesn't look like they're going to cure them this year.
Yeah. So
I think he sees some hope. The
question was, what would he be drinking after that game?
Oh my God! Well, nothing put him over the edge. Nothing. No bourbon or whiskey.
Right.
Maybe nice. Okay. I bet he could have a meal with a wine. Yeah, with a red wine and
a good meal with red wine. All right.
He's used to winning. He's used to losing.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's on the hot seat, though. But anyway, we got a great mystery show for you today. We've got 2 wines that were purchased recently, and I'm going to subject the Wine Butler here to some tasting, and we're going to rate these wines. You can see my scoreboard here. Color, aromas, body, palate, finish, and then total up. 5 points for what is for the top score, 1 point for the least score. We'll talk about the wines, and then we're going to reveal the wines, and we'll see what we think about it overall. I started drinking one of these wines yesterday during the Patriots game. I got nervous. I started drinking it and stuff. But I don't want to ruin anybody's impression right now. So I'm going to pour the first one. This is a screw cap. Okay, is that enough for you? Throw it out. You throw this out. So.
And what type of wines are these now?
Oh, these are both Cabernets.
Both Cabernets.
Both 100% Cabernet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the color shouldn't be too different between them starting.
Well, let's look. What does color tell us now? What does color tell us about a wine? Color can tell us about the age and freshness.
How much tannins are in there, maybe. A little. Okay. If there's a lot of tannins, it'd be a little darker.
So this is number 1. What do you think? The color looks pretty... What? What's your impression of the color?
It's red.
It's a darker. Can you see your fingers through it underneath? I mean, usually a Cabernet is a nice, thick, wine. It's not translucent. It's not like Pinot Noir where you can see right through it. It's ruby colored. This is holding up to the light there. It's nice dark crimson with purple highlights in it.
Yep. See, as I look at yours looks a lot darker only because the light is hitting it differently. If I get right above it, it's lighter. But from
appearance, what do you think for Cabernet? What do you think?
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you want to give it?
Color. Well, nothing wrong with. On a 5, I'd give it a 5. Why not?
Mike's going to give it a 5. Now let's swirl it. Yeah. Aromas in those.
No problem with it.
Cabernets traditionally have a nice boysenberry, blackberry, dark cherry.
Very nice.
Even sometimes a rustic green, tendency.
Nice aroma.
Yeah, it's very concentrated, I would think.
Yeah. It's a Cabernet. It should be nice and.
What do you think? What score?
That's nice. If I give it like a 4, I suppose there's always room for something above it. I'll give it a 4, just only because 5, there's no room for anything there.
5.
Yeah, but that's not.
Now, give it a little sip and taste the body. Medium, light-bodied, full-bodied. Usually, Cabernets are nice, robust and powerful.
Powerful, full-bodied.
Yeah.
Cabernet, 3.5.
3.5 on what? Body or taste?
Body. Yeah, 3.5.
Okay. Now palate. This is the taste and smoothness. Is it smooth, elegant, silky? And then the taste with it, balanced, acidity. Does it come through like the other Cabernets you've been, the higher price Cabernets that you drink at my house for free? Are they?
And that's why I don't want to go too high with this because the Cabernets I've had at your house are very good Cabernets. And maybe that doesn't reach to that level.
Yeah, we take each bottle as it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's not think about higher price or anything else because there's some. But for what we're tasting right now, and
if I give it a 3.5, it's above average, and I can't go that high above average. For
I think it's got a pretty good taste.
We'll go with a 4. I'll give it a 3.5 again. I'll give it a 3.5 on the palate.
But it does have some. It's got freshness. It's freshness, so it tells me it's a young Cabernet. And what do you think? U.S. made, European made, Chile?
I don't think it's European. I'd say it's a United States Cabernet.
Very good. Very good.
I would say.
I think you're on the right track and stuff.
But
so
I don't want to say I'm only giving it a 3.5. It's above average, a 3.5 again. And the same thing probably with the finish. See, the second one, because I've had this one, I can measure it against that.
Take it now. You can't do that.
How can you not?
You're going to take it each one of the.
Okay, it's hard to.
You've been to tastings before now. So, okay, let's do this finish. Does it fade? Does it last? Does it give a little? Does it a lift? Does it have a little lift at the end, or does it more go down? Does it follow right through?
It follows through. That to me follows through from what I first tasted on my tip of my tongue, and then what I feel for the finish. It's about the same. Yeah, it doesn't. It gives me nothing new in the beginning.
I think the finish is nice. It's almost got like a sweet tannin taste to it, a fruitiness, which tells me that it's still young and it's going to might get a little better, but it's complete. It's complete. It's so. What do you want to do for a finish?
Again, the 3.5.
Jesus, you're a hard marker. Okay.
Well,
3.
I don't want to go overboard with
So you
these
give that
ones.
first one total. He gives it 5 color. You see that? Aromas 4, body 3.5, palate 3.5, finish 3.5. If my math is correct, that's 10.5, 15.5, 19.5 points. Okay? All right, clear your palate. Have a little water here, okay?
Isn't that 20.5?
Oh, it's good. That's 10.5, 14.5, and 5 is 19.5. Good thing you were just a photographer at this, son.
Oh,
You know, I had to watch the budgets and everything when
I was adding the 1 up top there. Well, you have wine, number 1.
All right, let's get into number 2.
Okay, let's go here.
This had a cork. Not that it means much, but what do you think of the color on this one?
Looks a
Dark-
little lighter. Isn't it that lighter?
It does look a little lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see through mine.
I wonder what that tells us. Yeah. So that is a
Tells me
little
it's
lighter.
probably a Pinot Noir you snuck in
No,
there
no,
with
this
me.
is 100% Cabernet, but
Okay.
it's obviously done a different style. But overall, the appearance, yeah, for a cab, it's kind of. What do you want to give for a color?
A little sweeter. I like the color of red wine, so if I gave the other one a 5, I'll give this a well, it's not quite as strong. A little 4.5. 4.5. Yeah.
It doesn't have that nice dark,
Not dark, not for cab. No.
black,
Yeah.
powerful. I don't know. It doesn't have that color, but
Yeah.
the aromas.
Very nice. You know something? Very nice. 4.5. 4.5. I like the aroma a little bit.
A little better, a little more vibrant
Yeah,
than the other one.
yeah. Little.
Okay, body. Now you said the color was a little light. It'd be interesting to see what the. I haven't tasted this one before.
Kind of flat. Doesn't excite me.
The body.
3. Yeah, that's a disappointment. Well, you know something?
palate?
It fits the color. The lighter color, the lighter.
Well, it seems like it's done in a little more. I detect on the palate now. We're talking about the taste. A little oak, a little oak in it,
Yep.
and it does have a little more silkiness than the other one.
I don't think it's full bodied at all. Okay, I just don't.
No, it's medium body.
See, here I go.
It's medium body.
Comparing them, and I shouldn't do it, right? I
No.
shouldn't.
Now
I
you
don't-
can compare with the other.
Well, you
can't.
told me not to do that.
Well, you didn't taste the second one yet. Now you're tasting it. You compare it to the first one. I said, what do you think of the color compared to the first one? Obviously, it's not as dark. I mean, if I looked at this, I wouldn't think it was. I would think it was a Cabernet blend.
No.
because it's not a true. It doesn't look thick and bold and
But
and
it is a
rich.
Cabernet, it's
It
not
is
a
a
blend.
Cabernet. It is a Cabernet. So
Jesus, I'm giving.
so the palate, now the taste is different. The style is a little different. It's almost
3.
Okay, 3.
3.
It's
No,
almost
it's-
got the sense of like it's like a.
I'm not tasting Cabernet. I don't like. No, it's too flat. It's too
Okay.
pedestrian.
So the finish.
There's no
What
way-
would you say of the finish?
I'm not really that impressed with the, if you call it the style you would. No.
I like it. I like it. It's dry. It's got some tannins in it, but this is your ball game.
Yeah.
I think it just goes to show the difference between the two kinds of wines that we have here and the styles that they've been made.
Give it a 3 again.
A 3. Okay.
I'm a tough rater.
So he gives the color 4.5, the aromas 4.5, body 3, palate 3, finish 3, 3, 6, 9, 13.5, 17, 18 points. So number 1 is the clear better value in your mind.
I
Better value.
don't think it's a California Cabernet.
Okay. Well, why don't you take all those
This is the
coverings off?
second one.
That's the second one. And this is the first. Pour four of these, and then show the bottle.
It is a California Cabernet. See how wrong I can be? So take my numbers.
So
erase my numbers.
So now they are done in different styles, and this is the importance of it. And wine number one is Margaret's Vineyard, okay? And this comes from Mendocino County, okay? And it's done from the Margaret was the grandmother to Rick Parducci, who was also the winemaker at McNabb Ridge Vineyards. Okay, but this is a small plot. Mr. Parducci started. I mean, Parducci Vineyards is a big operation in California, and they've been around since 1932. But this is a little plot that the grandson planted grapes to make this wine for his mother, who was a gardener, animal rights activist. She did a lot in the area and stuff. And he makes this this wine and calls it after his he named it after his grandmother, obviously, and stuff. But this sells for $13.99. When I saw the price, I said, Jesus, and I understood the pedigree of the wine from the Parducci estates and stuff. I says, it's worth the shot to try it for $13.99. And it's actually 87% Cabernet, 11% Merlot, and 2% Verdot. Still qualifies as a Cabernet because it's over 85% Cabernet.
I thought you said these weren't blends.
I didn't think they were blends, no, at all.
So you fooled me. You threw me that curve.
Well, it would have meant anything to you anyway. I mean, it's still 85% or more Cabernet. It's a Cabernet. They don't call it a blend. They can label it with Cabernet Sauvignon, which they do on the label and stuff. It's aged 15 months in French oak and American oak. Only 1,600 cases were produced, and it's 14.5% alcohol. Okay, and it sells for $13.99. Now, if you go on their website, they got a nice Italian proverb on their website. It says, "Age in glasses of wine should never be counted." I like that. Nice Italian proverb. Okay.
See, probably because I had that nice nickel Cabernet for supper last night, it threw me off with tasting it. But then again, it's a $13 bottle of wine. I think I gave it a fair rating for what it is.
Okay, very good. Now, that's Margaret's Vineyard. Sells for $13.99, and I bought this at the Market Basket liquor and wine store.
Quite a store.
And
Plaza at the
Tewksbury Plaza there. Okay. Now there's an interesting one. It's FV, which is called Fresh Vine. FV stands for Fresh Vine, California, CA. Okay. This is a 2020 Cabernet. This was 2020 also. So, Fresh Vine was started by two actresses, Nina Dobrev and Julianne Ho. And it's one of the first Cabernets I've saw. It's low calorie, low carbs Cabernet. And that's been the big push, throughout the world to get healthy and stuff like that. So it's also gluten-free. So based on a 5-ounce glass, of wine, the analysis shows that this has 103 calories. Dead calories.
Is that one glass?
That's one glass, yeah. For every 5 ounces. It's the normal glass for Cabernet could be between 160 to almost 220 calories. So they tout this as being 11 to 16% less calories, 58 to 60% less sugar, which is important, the less sugar, and 6 to 11% less carbs. Now, the interesting why we tried it, because you detected the taste, you said it was a little flatter and stuff. Well, the fruitiness, the sugar, They've taken it out,
Yep.
and I still don't understand how they do that. We talked about it before. I went on their website. They didn't really tell me much about the fermentation process.
Maybe they dilute it like they do with whiskeys. You add a little water to bring the alcohol content down.
Well,
you don't know what they're doing. in there.
You're right there, because less alcohol, okay, means more sugar. More alcohol means less sugar. So what does this say for alcohol? I think it was 13.5%. Yes, it's 13.5%, which is an anomaly, because
That's up
it's
there.
it's
You
it's
think
less.
it'd be 12 and a half?
Yeah,
Low end.
but the lower the alcohol level, the more sugar.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but obviously they use oak barrels. This is aged for 1 year in oak barrels, 25% new oak. This comes from the Sonoma Lake, San Joaquin Valley. It's bottled and processed in Napa, but they use grapes from all different vineyards. So it's not like it's a Napa wine. It's bottled in Napa. They can put that on the label and stuff, but the vineyards are from all around, more in Sonoma, the Sonoma Lake region and everything. And this winery started in 2021. These two women, they got public investors. This company, Fresh Vine, okay, is a publicly traded company. They started in 2021. They raised $22 million. And they're one of the fastest growing companies in the wine industry right now. Their campaign is better for you wines. So they do a Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, a Pinot Noir. And once again, this costs $16.99. This one is $13.99. This is also at the Market Basket store. But I thought it was interesting because I never tasted a low sugar Cabernet. I never really thought about it. And now that's why I want to taste it against the one that is just done, regular, and then done like this. Obviously, there are style differences.
On wine number one, on a scale of 5, how strongly would you recommend this to a buyer to go out and try it?
Yeah, I'm recommending it right now. I think people should try both of them. I mean, and that's the joy of trying these
For the
wines.
price range.
Yeah, especially if
That's not expensive.
your
for
health
Cabernet.
is an issue and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather drink the one with if it tastes good and your palate appreciates it's 103 calories makes a difference compared to 200 calories for a regular 5-ounce glass of Cabernet. So you try it, whether you like it, you buy it. But it has an interesting story. They've got a whole line of Fresh Vine wines that are low calorie, and it's that better for you campaign. And they are publicly traded. And right now they're one of the fastest growing. They're in 47 states now. They started, they're only in California. In 3 years, they're in now 47 states. Obviously, they're in Massachusetts. So for $16.99, it regularly sells at $25.99. That's a pretty good deal. In Margaret's at $13.99, if you like the taste. I mean, for Cabernet, California Cabernet, even if it is you got some Merlot and Petit Verdot in it, it's a very nice wine. Your recommendation?
On Wine Spectator, how they rate their wines, what would you rate them on a 100 scale? 87?
Yeah, probably good. 87, 88. Yeah, and nothing against the winemakers stuff. But this one was interesting. They claim on their website they have a very experienced Napa Valley winemaker, but they didn't give the person's name. Now, a little background on Nina Dobrev. She's a Canadian actress who was born in Bulgaria. She's 34, and she played in The Vampire Diaries from 2009 to 2015. You might have seen her out there. I wasn't a big fan of Vampire Diaries, but she looks like a very knowledgeable and competent actress. And obviously, she loves wine, which means that I love her.
That's why it's got that off-color red to it.
Now, Julianne Hough, you've probably seen her. She's an American actress, dancer, and singer. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She won it 2 years in a row, starting in 2007, 2008. And she was a judge from 2014 to 2017. She's played in Footloose, Rock of Ages and the movie Safe Haven. She was born in Orem, Utah, and she's a sister to the professional dancer Derek Ho, who you see a lot on Dancing with the Stars. He does a lot of shows around the country and stuff like that. So, hey, go to the website, freshvine.com, see it. But I think a better thing is to try these wines with your friends at home. Yeah, they're available now at Market Basket on, on Rogers Street.
That's a good last name if you're working around the vines, clearing them up. Ho, that'd be good. Yeah.
The dancer is actually Huddy.
Huddy?
I believe so.
Yeah. Who Huddy?
I think that's their last name.
No, it says Ho, Julianne Ho,
Really?
Hough. You look it up because I looked up her.
Hough, yes.
Yes, you look up her website. It's got a nice website, extensive film credits and background and stuff. So they've been friends for years. These two women, yeah, and they love wine, but they're also health conscious, and that's why they started this line, and they pitch it to a group of investors who have bought it. So you can even buy stock in it if you want to, Teddy. I don't know what the stock price is. So anyway, Mike favors the Margaret's Vineyard, which costs $13.99, and not by much, but the other one, Fresh Vine Cabernet Sauvignon, the low calorie, low sugar, is $16.99. So give it a shot and tell us what you think, right?
Yeah. Well, certainly if you want an affordable Cabernet, very affordable. I mean, how can you get a Cabernet for under $13 a bottle, really?
Yeah, no. And like I said, it's something different. So what's your prediction this coming week on the Patriots game? They're playing the Jets. Are they playing at
Miami.
Oh, they're playing Miami. They're playing in Miami?
Yeah, well, with the receivers Miami has, and the quarterback seems to be hitting right now on all cylinders. Even though the Patriots have a good secondary, I think the receiving core on the Dolphins is a little stronger. I'd look for the Dolphins to win by 5 points.
Okay. I still believe in Bill Belichick. I'm going with the upset. Okay. I think the Patriots are going to straighten things out and beat Miami, even though it's a tall task. They don't have very good luck down in Miami, right? They don't win too many games down there. So, but we'll see. We'll see, Mike.
We'll see.
All right. Closing thoughts.
Well, another chance to try a couple of inexpensive wines, and it was good dropping in at Market Basket, though, at that liquor store since they took over. The prices are unbelievably low now compared to what they were before, and what a selection they have for wines. You should go in just to have a look at them in there, too, and the prices. Check the prices.
Yeah, very good. Okay, everyone. Well, that's it for today, and we'll see you next week when we'll hopefully have another mystery bottle somewhere. Maybe John Bon Jovi's rosé, which is, it's the end of the season. A lot of these expensive rosés are going on sale. So,
and in a couple of weeks, we'll be going to Rhode Island for the bottling of the Zinfandel put out by
John Campanini. We'll put on that.
John Campanini.
Yeah.
Another hopefully good effort by him with this
Beautiful.
year's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, until next week, may the wine be with you.
We haven't broken a glass yet.